Hey guys, SuperMutt here with SeriousPups.net, and you're watching the very first episode of Super Meals with SuperMutt. I had to do it that way because I have to be dramatic. But anyways, SuperMutt. No, anyway. We're on a serious note. We're going to be touching on nutrition and pup play in all these episodes. So, episode 1, we are actually going to be doing something called intake versus upchuck, or emulation versus regurgitation. In other words, let's keep your food down, because you definitely want to keep your food in your bellies and develop it really nice nutrition wise. My biggest concern within the pup community has been nutrition, and not because guys are large or thin. It's the fact that most of you out there, when you go for treats, you go for these. No. Bad dog. Bad dog. And for you trainers that are doing it, bad trainer. Bad trainer. And so what I have to impart, from my years of experience in the community, is that those cans of dog food and dog treats are for biological dogs. And I hate to break it to you, but you're not a dog. You're not dogs. Okay. Spiritually, mentally, and everyly, you are canine. And, so am I. SuperMutt. Duh. But biologically and physiologically, we are human beings. So we have to feed our human bodies with human food, not canine food, because our bodies are not designed to break down the types of food that we feed to our canine friends. There is something in dog food called meat byproduct. Oh, before we go into meat byproduct, I need to give you a little disclaimer. I am not a medical professional, nor do I pretend to be one, nor do I play one on TV. 2, this is all about pup play, so if you're a pony, a kitty, blah, 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 anything under the table, blah, blah, if this pertains to you in a certain way, if it touches you in a certain way that you can translate it over to your group, great, by all means do it. But this is really specifically for pups. What I would like to show you guys now is the whole thing about meat byproduct. What meat byproduct is defined as, according to the Association of American Feed Control Officials Incorporated, the AAFCO, they define it as the non-rendered clean parts other than meat derived from slaughtered mammals. It includes, but is not limited to, lungs, spleen, kidneys, brain, livers, blood, bone, partially defatted, low temperature fatty tissue, and stomachs and intestines freed from its contents. It does not include hair, horns, teeth, and hooves. It shall be suitable for use in animal food if it bears name descriptive of its kind. It must correspond thereto. In other words, like chicken feed that has chicken meat byproduct in it, they have to put that it's chicken, that they're feeding chicken to chicken. So that's what it means. Now, in many cases, byproduct meals are derived from what's considered 4D meat sources. And that's defined as food animals that have been rejected for human consumption because they were presented to the meat packing plant as dead, dying, deceased, or disabled. The quality of animal meat byproducts also tends to be very inconsistent between batches. So there could be a good batch and a really bad batch. So you never know what you're getting. So in all safety and seriousness, please do not consume real dog food. Please. There are many, many different ways to emulate dog food that you don't need to actually do the actual real stuff. For instance, really quick, a canine's digestive system has special bacteria in it that can break down certain, certain weeds and stuff like that, grains, as well as diseased and decaying meats and stuff like that. Canines can do that. Humans are not designed, the human being is not designed to digest and process all that. We don't have that enzyme. We don't have that bacteria. Now, here comes the fun part. The emulatable foods. So instead of grabbing a milk bone, which is really... grab a Scooby snack. No, seriously, grab a Scooby snack. There are these crackers by Keebler called Scooby snacks, and they're shaped like little dog bones, and they're graham crackers, and they're flavored with honey and cinnamon. Those are the ones that I've encountered. I think they have another flavor, but I can't remember what the third flavor is. Now, as far as for a can of dog food, shudder every time I hear that. Instead of that, you can do Dinty Moore, the beef stew, or for me, for those of us that are counting our calories, Progresso. There's the beef and vegetable. There's different, they have chicken and dumpling, all stuff like that. Just heat it up, make it warm, pour it into your favorite bowl. And there you have it. I mean, this can right here is 120 calories per serving. There are 2 servings in the can. So technically, if you're the average mutt, you're going to probably want the entire can. So in this instance, you'll be having 240 calories. Very simple little meal, 240 calories. Not bad, huh? Now, there are other recipes that I will be cooking up for you in future episodes. But I'm going to give you one recipe right now that I will later make, but I want to give it to you so you guys can try it at home. And then we'll make it together in another episode. It is called Kibbles and Bits. Kibbles and Bits. Now, I'm going to wait a moment while you all get pads and paper and start writing everything down, because I know that you're going to need it. So I'm just going to sit here with my squeaky and just wait while you get everything together. Okay, I think by now you've probably already gotten your paper and pen. Alright, so here we go. Kibbles and Bits. Very easy recipe. 2 boxes of Rice Chex. 1 box of Cheerios. Now these are like the big cereal boxes, okay? 1 box of Slim Jim cut into pieces. 1 pound of dry roasted or raw peanuts, almonds, or cashews. Now, if you're allergic to nuts, just leave the nuts out. 1 teaspoon of garlic salt. 1 teaspoon of onion salt. 1 teaspoon of celery salt. A cup of Wesson oil. That's cooking oil. And a 1/4 pound of butter. I never said this recipe was healthy. I just said that this is emulated dog food. Now, what you do is you heat the butter and oil, just enough to melt the butter. Then you pour all that over the ingredients, the other ingredients, and you mix it very well. Then, on a cookie sheet, you want to spread your concoction on, the Kibbles and Bits on, and you want to place it in the oven for 1 hour at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, for all our friends that cook in Celsius, that would be 120 or 130 degrees Celsius. You want to stir this every 15 minutes. Okay? So, roughly that would be 4 times. You'll be stirring it. And then you'll have some Kibbles and Bits to try out. So, we'll definitely make this recipe on a future episode of Super Meals with SuperMutt. And again, this is SuperMutt with one more added tip. What I would like to suggest, you can also do, oh, by the way, really quick, you can also put, macaroni and cheese, you know, stuffed pasta shells, you know, different things, you know, that are human consumable in the bowl. You know, no big deal. Now, for my other tip, bowl placement. What I strongly suggest to prevent acid reflux, because I know a lot of us pups and wolves do have it, because we tend to be a little bit large, some of us, and some of us just have that problem of acid reflux. To help with that, apart from your medication, I suggest strongly that when you get your bowls, make sure it's elevated to where that when you're over it, your neck is perpendicular to the bowl. Now, if it's on the floor, I would highly suggest that you lay down on the floor and munch away. A good way to know that your bowl is a good fit for your face is this. And a lot of pup friends and I used to do this a lot at the pet stores and just freak people out. We were like, it's a fit, it works. No, you know, but as long as your nose can touch the back of the bowl, it's a good fit for you. So go ahead, try out some bowls on your faces and make sure that it fits. But again, a lot of convenience stores do sell, like, you know, like Walgreens or CVS here in the States, they do sell elevated pup bowls on stands for like 10 to 20 bucks. And it's adjustable for like large dogs. So again, that's my recommendation. And SuperMutt out for SeriousPups.net. And you have just been watching the very first episode of Super Meals with SuperMutt.